Blessings. I felt called to get on you. I've been feeling for a while now that I needed to start doing some messages, some channeled messages through Astroluma. And I've been hesitating because I'm sure you all are feeling these energies as well of just a very big transformation. And part of that transformation has been in how I'm receiving the information through Astroluma. And the channelings have been just in my transmissions, kind of in membership. And maybe you are part of the non-gravity retreat. That retreat changed me. I don't even really understand exactly what happened, but I would say that I feel very different. I'm experiencing consciousness very differently. And I'm going to say, for the most part, I'm feeling, I don't want to say undefined, but I feel more open, a little, maybe lighter, more like my particles are maybe vibrating with a little bit more light in them. And through that, I feel my connection to my 12-strand DNA system, or the Astroluma, has also shifted. And I was just out on a hike and I was really feeling into asking, show me what's different, show me what you want me to see so that I can be of service within this transformation. And so this is a little bit of what I wanted to bring forth right now is a lot of you know that we are in a transformation of allowing ourselves to move into a frequency that is going to really heighten on the 8th. The 8th of August is going to be the first day of a very big 5-day shift. And for those of you that know numerology, five is the number of transformation. It's momentum, shifting, changing, and where our particles of our body are preparing for this, for that moment of non gravity on the 12th, which is also an eclipse day. None of this, of what is happening, is really based on astrology. It is all something that is happening inside of us. It's all activating specific frequencies within our DNA, shifting the particles of our body, that is shifting the way that we're perceiving reality and the way that our consciousness is being experienced. This is what the message that I received on my hike today is, that this is going to be the biggest transformation in human history. And if you are feeling it, definitely let me know, because I want to know what you're feeling. Because every day I wake up and I'm just like, oh my gosh, it just is such a wild ride, and it is magical. Like, this is what we came here for, right? And does that mean that after these 5 days that life is just going to be completely different? Well, for some people, yeah, I truly believe that. I can feel it in myself already. It's one of those moments when you kind of are saying nothing changed, but everything changed. And it's us that's changing, right? It's the way that we're perceiving reality. It's the way that we're experiencing our bodies. It's the way we experience our relationships, the way we experience our own mind is really changing. And that's one of the biggest transformations that I wanted to offer right now, because when I was out on my hike, I kept asking, what is the most important thing for me to be settling into? Is it releasing? Is it attuning? Is it well, what is it, right? What is it that, how can I make the most out of this? And the answer that Astrolema brought in was just keep surrendering, because right now the particles are breaking up and they are just floating in their the density of maybe our limitations are breaking up, and we're not even having to do anything. Is all we have to do is not identify in it. So when we start to feel all these changes in these particles, and maybe some of it's uncomfortable and maybe some of it's exciting, and But our role in it is to not attach and make stories about it, but just to experience it. And then on the 8th, we're going to really break open at a really big level, and we are going to move into that frequency of just a really beautiful flow state. In that flow state, there are times where we can use intention, not from our ego mind trying to grasp onto those particles and make them into something, but to ignite them and let our DNA activate those particles so that we can have the experience. I'm getting chills as I say this, so that we can have the experience of the power our DNA has. So it's not about in these moments to activate those particles from a place of ego and grasp onto, oh, I want to have this experience. But what if it's, I would like to have the experience of this, or I would like to have an experience of this. And it all just starts to unravel and open up, and our DNA starts to lead the way. An example of this could look like this. And this is something that as we're preparing for the 8-8 portal, start to play with it. Because right now we are in a huge shift, right? We're preparing for this moment of non gravity. And part of that preparation is learning to not create attachments, to not identify in every little thing, to create stories around all of it. What if it's just to have the experience? And what if that's the true intention of an intention, is to activate a frequency of intention, of experience? So what if it's you activate the 12 strand DNA and the intention is, I want to experience what it is for my divine sight to activate clairvoyance, right? So if that's exciting to you, go ahead and shut your eyes right now. And I want you to bring your consciousness into the center of your brain, into your pineal gland. And that's where your 12 strand DNA system, you can almost feel it when you bring your consciousness into the pineal gland. And then I want you to just say, okay, my intention is to activate my 12 strand DNA system. And then just, you're going to feel a little light or some energy start to activate in your body. And now, say, my intention is to experience what sight is through the higher operating system. I want to experience the highest level of clairvoyance. I activate my DNA to have the experience of clairvoyance. And then you're just going to allow your consciousness to surrender and have the experience. And you're going to start to feel some frequencies running through your body, running through your mind. You can feel like almost like these little electric charges coming out of your pineal gland. And there's an intelligence to that energy that's being released. You don't have to understand it, just know that it's doing something. It's creating the experience of your intention. So it's not about asking for something and then grasping on to what you think that should look like. It's in that moment, know that the charges that are releasing from that 12 strand DNA system are connecting into these particles of your body and of reality. And all you have to do is keep surrendering and allowing your consciousness to continue to open up to having the experience. This is such a powerful time to do this throughout the day because these particles are so active. And what better way to charge them than through the purity of your 12 strand DNA system? Because then your body is also shifting and changing with this huge transformation that we're in. So as we approach the 8-8, play with how you are either attaching to things with consciousness or recognizing that you're doing that, releasing it, and then just saying, you know what? I'm going to activate my 12 strand DNA system to show me what's next. Show me my next. And then you're not dictating how this transformation is unfolding, but you're inviting the higher operating system or the divine frequency within you to activate and charge these particles. And then you get to have the experience of what that is. Now I want to go back to my hike. As I was on the hike, I could feel, I keep feeling, I'm in such a big transformation. And, I'm tapping in and I'm like, what do you, Astrolema, what are you showing me? Like, what do you want me to know? And what they brought through, and it's activating in my body even now, and I'm going to continue to explore it and surrender into it because it's still activating and coming through. But what they were showing is that it's been over a year now, believe it or not, since Astroluma has fully come in and being channeled, and they are going to bring through different levels of channelings now. And part of these channelings are going to be a little different, and they want to use more of, I guess you could say, me as a person to use the channelings and then also do the transmissions and the activations. And the reason why is that they are able to start transmitting frequencies through my mitochondrial DNA. And as I'm saying that, I almost lose my breath because it's very, very powerful. And to do that, I have to actually stay in more, I guess you could say, of me myself, and allow them to channel through the mitochondria. And there's a very specific DNA frequency pattern that is coming through that is going to be really activating where we're going to be stabilized, or stabilizing after the non-gravity moment. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail with that, but the message, the reason why I'm sharing this right now is because they want me to start doing some more of these messages on YouTube, and they're going to be using my voice and to deliver some messages so that the frequency can start to activate this mitochondria DNA. So, yes, the 12 strand DNA system. Wow. I mean, I just didn't think it could get any better than that. And what they're showing is that it's only the beginning. It's only the beginning. And there's, I'm just getting chills again. There's just a whole nother state that we are going to start tapping into. So we are going to continue to play in those 12 strand DNA systems. We're going to continue to activate those frequencies. And so as you are playing in these days between now and really until the 812 activation of the non-gravity, play in your DNA. Bring your intentions of what you would like to experience. Maybe it's telepathy, maybe it's teleportation, maybe it's uh, like moving things with your mind. What is that called? It starts with a K. It's not coming to me right now. Let me know. Put it in the notes down or in the comments. I'd love to know. It's just not coming in. I want to say it's like, yeah, I'm not even gonna try. Um, all right, so let me just settle back in. And so the message here, if you're still with me, thank you for just staying with me. I feel you. And, sometimes just talking to a camera like this can be a little uncomfortable for me. But so when you message and you leave your comments, it helps me tap into to your energy and kind of create this container of just purity for the messages to come through. And I'm going to really allow that to happen. And I'm going to dedicate myself to getting on and doing more of these messages. I'm not really sure how it's going to look. I've been just really being called to do it for such a long time, but I didn't want to do it until I had the absolute it is time. And that happened today on the hike. And um, I, I just don't even know what else to say. I feel like I'm kind of rambling now, but I think my biggest message is if you are feeling the change and it is intense, ride the wave. Don't attach to it. Don't create a story around it. Don't name it and label it and put it in a box. Just allow yourself to just keep surrendering to the change and know that in this transformation, the more that you can release and not have to name it, but just experience it, the easier it's going to be, the more magical it's going to be, and the more that you can start to play with what's actually happening on a particle level. And how we can play is by activating intentions, because right now we are in particles of possibility. I mean, can you feel it in your body? Like every time I say it, my whole body just lights up because it knows it. And what better way to play with particles of possibility than through the 12-strand DNA system, activating intention and then surrendering into that intention and watching, witnessing, experiencing what that intention is through the 12-strand DNA system or the frequency of source. So let me know what you're playing with, what your intentions are, and I'm just so looking forward to seeing. I really do feel I get so dramatic, but I do feel that there is going to be life before the 12th, before these 5 days, that first day starting on the 8-8 portal. And there is going to be life after. I'm getting chills again, after the 12th. So if you are feeling led to, I want to invite you into the activations of the 8-8 and the 8-12 non-gravity event. And I'll put that link down in the show notes. I'm sending you all so much love and a great big hug. And let's go explore the possibilities together. Mwah. I love you guys.